Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is Riaz from Riyadh Toastmasters Club. I am the Vice President of Education for the club. I would like to help you know how to transition or move in your pathways journey, which is the educational curriculum in Toastmasters. So let me show you from the beginning. You need to log into the website of Toastmasters. So if you still do not have the login credentials, please be in touch with your club point of contact, the XCOM team, executive committee, to get you the credentials. So once you have the credentials, log in to the website. So it may ask for a few verifications. So you have to verify them and log in as you do for other websites as well. This is an additional security feature. Now once you log in, you have to go to Pathways and go to the section called Go to Basecamp. And within the Basecamp, you have to go to Basecamp again. There is something called Go to Basecamp Manager. This is for the executive committee. This may not be shown up for normal members, only for the executive committee. For normal members, you have to go to Basecamp. So click on Go to Basecamp. Here we have your educational path mentioned, where you want to transition from one of your project to another project of your speech. So let me take as an example effective coaching. I have three paths under my name. Normally one path is required to move ahead in your education program of pathways, but once the path is completed, you may need to activate your next path, which is the second path. So let me go to one of my paths and I'm opening my curriculum. And as you see, I have completed the status of my Icebreaker project is completed. I had launched and I had completed. And the same with my second project, which is evaluation and feedback. So since these two projects are completed, my next step would be to launch my third project. Now, there is some issues or some concerns seen when some of the new Toastmasters do this same activity of launching the project. They launch all the project and they complete everything even before giving the speeches. So let's do in the way which I would like to show you. So once you launch the project which is in progress, for example, I have completed two projects. Now it's my turn to give a speech on my third project, which is research and presenting, which is the last project of level 1, which you see on the left side. So we have similarly level 5 levels to go from level 1, one at a time, and finally you will achieve the path completion. So still I'm in level 1, where I want to launch my next project, which is researching and presenting. So let me show you how to transition from one step to another. So you see a separate window opening up to launch that project, and this helps me to learn what are the objectives of this speech project before giving my speech. It takes a while to open up, as you see on my screen. It's a separate window which comes up for that project, which is researching and presenting as an example. You see here, it started my project. It tells with the heading researching and presenting level 1 project. So let me begin my journey. So here it gives me different screens which is related to the project, giving me how I need to approach this project when I'm giving my speech. So I have to go to the next. I have to read the introduction. I have to go through the project checklist. You see here you have up and down arrow where you can go through the whole window, where you can download this project checklist, which I need to follow, which tells me how much time and what are the objectives, what is the purpose of this speech. So I can download it anytime from my Basecamp. So once I did it, I need to move forward, where I read my assignment, and then I move forward with my assessment, where it tells what is my current situation before giving this project. So it asked me a few questions, so I can mark different points to myself where I stand currently. So I'm marking fair 3 to myself. It would be based on your own assessment of yourself before giving the speech. So once you finish it, you submit it. So you have submitted your feedback about your present scenario or current situation. Now you can go to the next. So now you have to go through your competencies of this project, and then you need to choose your topic. So this section helps on how well you can choose your topics and some of the worksheets which you can use, but it's not mandatory to present on the day of the speech. Once you are done, you have few more materials here to help you in your speech. One, this is I have the opportunity interview an expert. So these are some of the steps which I need to follow as part of my project. So now it tells different portion of this speech project, and it explains very well on each and every section. So once you finish this, once you have your guidelines, it's time to organize your speech. You need to note your speech, you need to write your speech, and it tells how many examples of how well you want to present your information. Then it tells how you need to organize your speech for researching and presenting. And look, this is the final project checklist where you need to this is the same thing which you downloaded earlier, but it reminds you about this checklist once you are finishing your assignment. Now once you are in the evaluation form, in the evaluation section, you get your evaluation form which you can download and give it to your club vice president of education or your evaluator, your assigned evaluator for that speech which you're going to deliver. And you have your project spreadsheets, your worksheets also associated with that project. So now you are going to do this assessment, but you will not do this until you give the speech. So you are stopping here. As soon as you see your evaluation section, you're stopping here. You're going to prepare your speech as per what it was explained before, and then come to the meeting and give your speech for that specified time limit. In this case, it is 5 to 7 minutes. It will be mentioned in your evaluation resource as well how many minutes you're going to give your speech on the right side, which is the speech length. So these resources and the web pages of this Basecamp pathways helps you to enable how to give a speech, what are the resources you need to touch base for this project. Okay, so once I finish the speeches, I completed my speech, I have to come back again to the same curriculum and launch it where it takes you to the next window like this. So this is after your speech. So after my speech, I feel like I'm very comfortable selecting the topics. Yes, I'm comfortable researching unfamiliar topics and citing my research sources. This is what I did, and I'm very much comfortable now after I gave my speech. I'm confident about it. So there is checklists, which the same thing which you gave before, similar, but you're going to do it after your speech. So once you finish this, you can get a message. You will get a message that congratulations, you have completed this project and you are now ready to advance your next project or you're on your path. So once this step is done, that means you get the congratulations. Once you come here and refresh or reload, you can see this project is completed. Now I would recommend all the Toastmasters or all the guests who are not familiar with this section, do not complete any project until you give the speech for that particular project. So you see, I had given my icebreaker speech a while ago, so I completed it. Then I give my evaluation feedback speech, I completed it. It all completes with the last assessment which I showed in the end of researching and presenting. So once you are done, only you should take your last assessment, which gives you an idea on how well you did it after the speech. So once these speeches are done, then only you need to activate this project, which is level completion effective coaching. This is just to activate and submit to your vice president of education. So once this is done, an intimation goes to the vice president of education about your level completion. So your vice president of education has to approve your level 1 for you to move to your next project, which is level 2. or level 3 and way forward. So make sure you complete your projects, your level, before moving to the next level. So if you haven't completed level 1, please do not start level 2. And level 1 need to be accepted by and submitted by your Vice President of Education. I hope this section helped you, and all the best wishes for your Pathways educational journey and Toastmasters educational journey. Thank you.